The kids in this generation are fast, speed. Everything has to be done when they want it. They're into their emotions.
More emotions kicking for the first time in their life. And they need somebody to be able to have the conversation with. But you expect them to be able to articulate the emotions.
The articulation of the emotions that they are feeling is difficult because they are the ones feeling it.
Yeah.
And they can't really tell you what they're feeling because their brain is in the space where it is just risk, it is adventure.
They are untrained, they are raw.
And filtered.
So they just plot it out the way it came in their head. When those big emotions come, I'm using the word big emotions because
it's a lot of emotions happening at once. So they're like a yo-yo clock. They're going from 0 to 1,000. Your job is to be the stabilizing effect. The parent is the thermostat, not the thermometer. That's what the parent is. You regulate the emotion and then you teach them how to regulate it.
Dealing with teenagers can be such a difficult task for a lot of people. It feels like an uphill battle that is never ending. And for some, outrightly, they've given up. However, teenagers are humans. They have blood flowing in their vein. They have a brain. And there's a way to function with them, especially if you're a parent. Today's episode would focus on how to help you move from just giving instruction to being an anchor for safety, to being a place for guidance and grace. We'll explore how you can connect, deal with emotional shifts, and still remain a voice of reasoning and safety in the life of your teens. Because you are a parent who can be equipped to do everything a teenager would need and more for their lives. So today's episode is about how you can be that parent who stays in connection with your parents. And who else would I be talking about teenagers with apart from the number one teens coach, the Ibelema Green herself?
Hi, it's good to be back here. Hopefully this time we'll not kill people, but it's fine.
Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you for creating the time. So you asked for it and we're diving deep into this. This is solely for parents and how to help you navigate your things. If you have things now or you have things that are coming up, this will help you prepare to help you navigate the season because teenagers are growing fast. Before you know, they are 12. Before you know, they have a mind of their own. They have things they want to do by themselves. But they still need a solid place to be grounded. There are questions like, will the solid thing work? Will it be for us? Are my parents a solid place? Is it the world? Who can I really trust in this season? How can I really navigate? So before we go there, what would be one of the most funny moments you had from your experience with teenagers?
Funny?
Yes.
In terms of experience or in terms of advice?
Experience with them, like from a perspective of a parent, what a parent would say, my teen is this.
I'm so sorry. Maybe 10 different scenarios just flashed in my head, but let me see. One that comes to mind readily is how I came to a space one day and a teenager gave me a bag of condoms and said, I'm not going to be using this anymore because we've talked. So I want you to keep it. I remember that I was confused. I had never seen so many different colors and different flavor types of condom in my full adult life. Wow. That's one. Secondly, would probably be one teenager who came and met me and like, oh, I'm going to have sex this weekend. For context, she was 14. And I'm going, okay, that's nice. Where? Meanwhile, in my head, the proverbial, you are screaming inside your head and shouting and running around. But my face was very, okay, great. Where are people going to have this? That I don't have gray hair full is the grace of God because teenagers sometimes blurt out the information to test you. And see how your reaction is going to be. Sometimes they just sense that this place is going to be safe. Okay. And that's because over time, you have shown a certain level of vulnerability. You have opened up yourself. to share certain experiences with them, and they're going, we can trust this person. So I know the picture I'm going to use now is not appropriate-ish, but you know how you get into a space and there's a dog in the room, and so before you enter the house, the dog starts to sniff you, and they're going, no run, no run, stand. Let him smell you, let him, understand who is in the space. We're here. Basically, teenagers do the same thing. They sniff out whether you're being sincere, you're being, performative, you're being pretentious. The minute you enter a space with your teenagers, whether as a parent or as a teen caregiver, their first reaction most of the time is they're just watching you.
Okay.
They're just looking at you and like, let's see how far. And then they're going to throw things at you just to test, one thing or the other. And over time, if you are patient with them, build relationships and connections with them, you are the place that they come to for anything. Anything, really.
Okay, so let's unpack what that means for a parent. How a parent can get to this point where they become this place where the children can unpack all of these things. So how does it mean to be present? What does it mean to be wise? What does it mean to be spirit-led for your teen when you're a parent? Because, it's just a mindset that says teenagers are rebellious by default, which is not true.
Not true.
They are really just asking, do you see me? Do you hear me? Do you respect me? But how can parents understand that this is what's going on in the minds of your kids? So first of all, I'd like you just unpack a bit for parents as to what's different with teenagers in this generation and to their generation.
Wow, you don't ask easy questions, do you?
No, you have to get this right if you're on this podcast.
So let's start with their generation, parents, right? It was more... Now, I can talk about their generation because I'm in the middle of generations first. So I'm in the generation of the old, the generation that they tried to make sure we were quiet, that came out and got into this space of self-expression, to the generations now that are from Sorosoke, to the ones that don't really send you. So I'm in the middle. So for the parents' generation, they were those that were quiet.
Okay.
Don't speak until you're spoken to. Don't be seen safe. Before you are heard, it's an unheard of something. You must really have had parents who are exposed. So they are coming from that place where obedience was the thing. They clocked into work, they clocked out, they had specific timelines. Everything was sort of planned out and ordered, structured. Factory line type things, that's the generation most parents are in. And then there are some of the parents who were parented by that generation right now, us, where we were under parents who expected us to have a certain structure. They had a plan for our life. This one is doctor, that one is lawyer, this one is going to be accountant, then there's engineer, architect. And we were parented like that, where there was a plan for your life. They had planned it out for you. And we're just supposed to follow the scripts and not ask questions because they knew best. Parents coming from that generation have a very hard time understanding the generation we have now, where they are not really working. They are pressing phone. They are now content creators. People are making money dancing. There is the generation of creatives, footballers. There are jobs that they don't even have names for, and they are making money. How do you tell a child that they are supposed to structure their life, wake up early in the morning, go to school so that you can have a great job, when maybe at 14 they hit their first million? Maybe. Accidentally, they got into one coin that exploded, and now they have that, and you're not telling them that, you have to go to work, go to school, finish school,
Yeah.
finish everything,
It's a
then
process.
get a job, and they're going, not really. I can just take a course. There's the information now. I don't have to go to formal school. I can follow my passion.
Can be a podcaster.
I can be a podcaster. You have key yourself aside. But I can be a podcaster. I can blow. And it's possible. So that interaction is going to be different. While the kids in this generation are fast, speed, everything has to be done when they want it. They're into their emotions. They're into their feelings. They don't understand process. So we have back end things like anxiety. There is distress that comes with it. Mental health issues are on the rise. They're agitated. They have no grit, no resilience. So once something is not working, they back off, or they're into a space where we now have to use drugs to regulate their emotions. It's a large gap
between the two generations. So now you as a parent stand at the center to be able to hold that together and help them balance that. So what you begin to notice in the life of teenagers when they get to this point is they begin to want to be more independent.
Yeah.
Not completely, but you need to give them room to start exhibiting their independence. You need to just start doing that.
You need to guide them through the independence.
Yeah, you need to help them.
Yeah.
You need to realize that they need, it's not a want.
It's a need.
They need to start making decisions by themselves and living through the process to see the consequences. And all you can do now
is just
stand by and watch. You need to realize that.
And you have to also see, and parenting is not easy.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be.
It's not. It's a hood. Parenthood is the gangster hood in the entire universe, because your heart for your child, and I think that's where the transition is and the difficulty is. This child has been following you around since they were little. They didn't give you breathing space. They followed you to the bathroom. They depended on you for everything. Now, all of a sudden, they're not greeting you well. They want you to leave them alone. They suddenly have opinions that are different from your opinions. Their value systems are changing. It's really hard to make that transition from the child who is totally dependent on you for everything to the child who now wants to make decisions. And now most of the time, these decisions are going to not have very positive outcomes. And you have to stand back and watch your child make the mistakes. It's hard. But if you do not train them to start making decisions, understanding that failure is just failure, and you can learn from it, you're going to be raising adults who cannot make a decision. It impacts greatly on the type of parents and individuals that they eventually become. But most parents are going, so they are big enough for certain responsibilities, but not big enough to take
the consequences.
So you want your child to act all mature, act all responsible, be accountable. But when it comes to the things that actually make them accountable, you remove that power from them. So there's always the tussle of, I'm only the adult when I pass exams, or I have to look after something, or look after a sibling, or take care of the house. But when it comes to taking decisions about things that affect my life, you don't want me to do anything. So parents have to create that balance where train your child. Trust your training.
So it's going to be difficult to trust your training. If you're already a teenager when you're watching this at any point, you're already a parent of a teen at any point, where you want to start now from is to begin to want to believe in the process that you have already made.
Yes.
If you've not made a process before now,
just scrap it.
Just start having the conversation, start asking them, then start playing the role of a guide.
Because that's what you are.
That's what you can do now.
Now that's all you can do.
You're
a guide.
But if you are parenting a child and child is not yet 18, you want to start teaching them independence early on, because the misconception is you taught the child to be clingy to you. You did. The child didn't come clingy to you. The child came blank. So
You
I know
thought
this is not a very comfortable pill to
it's
swallow.
learned behavior.
But you presented yourself as the go-to person from when that child was a baby.
Yeah.
You didn't realize that when they got to 1 year, they needed to start learning independence, and you stop being the center of their universe. So, but it was you need to do that to a certain degree. So your detachment process, if you're not married, you are married, the baby's just coming, it's actually supposed to start from when they are 1. In little degrees, when they get to 13, that's sudden heartbreak you would feel, or that you feel now, is because you didn't start early.
You didn't start on time. You were holding on to them too
You didn't start
tightly.
early. So you now feel exposed, used,
disconnected. It's like you've made all the sacrifices and you're not getting returns on investment
from it. So you feel a little bit frustrated with their reaction. But in actuality, if you're already there, I've already told you what you can do now. Start having a conversation. Realize there is a need for them for independence that you need to guide them through. But if you're not there yet, you want to start detaching early.
When you use the word detach, I'm very careful because, again, pop culture and languages that we use is becoming quite a thing. Everybody's toxic. Everybody has a dysfunction. And as a therapist, I'm very wary of language like that. So when he's talking about detachment right now, he's not talking about detachment in the sense of you are breaking or tearing away or stepping back because of a traumatic experience. No, it's giving your child and you the space to become individuals while still coexisting properly.
Yeah, that's why you're on the podcast, so you could explain it in the parental language that they understand.
Yeah.
But it's very important that you start doing that because you are going to be a parent for life, but how to the degree you are involved will keep changing in different seasons.
Okay.
So if you don't prepare and know those seasons, the teenage season will take you unknowingly. You'll be left bewildered and you don't know what to do, which a lot of parents find themselves in now.
Currently.
Because something also happens with their emotions. Their emotions kick in. More emotions kick in for the first time in their life. And they need somebody to be able to have the conversation with. But you expect them to be able to articulate the emotions, and that's where you will get it wrong. They don't know what they are feeling.
No.
They don't know what they are feeling.
I think if you've not watched the previous podcast, you will have to watch it, where we're talking about understanding the teenage brain. The articulation of the emotions that they are feeling is difficult because they are the ones feeling it.
Yeah.
And they can't really tell you what they're feeling because their brain is in the space where it is just risk, it is adventure, it is everything. So when a teenager says they are into their emotions, they are not lying. They are really into their emotions. The rational part of their brain is not formed yet. You are the rational part of your teenager's brain during the teenage years. But what we find is that parents start to act, they regress to being teenagers with their teenagers. So your teenager is moody. Instead of you to be the person who provides language, how do you feel? How did you wake up? Why are you feeling what you're feeling? Are you feeling moody? Are you anxious or agitated? The parent regresses to teen mode. I'm talking to you, you're not talking to me back. Who is the parent here now?
Yep.
So the parent has to always realize that at this stage, you are the rational part of your teenager's brain. You are the one who provides reason because they can't do it.
They are not equipped.
They can't. As in,
so it's your job to teach them and equip them.
Teach. This is like second win, second chance. Yeah. Anything you didn't do properly in 1 to 12, now 13 to 25, have at it. So you now start to become the voice of reason. But you see, if a parent didn't understand their own teenage years, they can't guide their parents.
So maybe the first thing you need to do as a parent is to heal.
Like,
because
take a step
if you are
back.
Wounded, you're going to raise wounded children.
Yes. So heal, be whole.
So go
and
find
remember
healing.
what it felt like to be a teenager that needed
Guidance.
And yes.
Because though your words might have been different, your experiences are still shared. So you want to. This also includes hormones. Hormones are kicking in for the first time. So you want to be the one who stays involved without, for lack of a better word at the moment, choking them. You are present, but you are subtle.
Helicopter drone parents.
You are present, but you are not controlling.
Yes.
You help them. You want to build trust. You want to build trust to the point where they know you are the parent, so boundaries are clear. You are friends, but you are still the leader.
Parent, you're the leader. You're the one who calls the shots.
They know that. But you have to be able to walk that balance where, you can't be friends, but they know the leader is. So you help them, because you have to help them set the boundaries. When you start building friendship, so what happens is when you start building friendship, they like it. They start wanting to body up with you, but they don't know where the line is for parenting. So you help them go there. But you don't go there with, what's that?
Am I your mate? No. Because now we have started to wear wig now. We are sharing wig. No.
You don't go there like that. You go there by gently recalling them back. Oh, that's not okay. We don't do that here.
You reinstate your values.
Our family values.
This is what we do.
I don't talk to you like this, so you can't talk to me like this.
So what did you want to say?
So you help redirect.
You help them. You're basically restructuring what their brain is giving them, which is
it like restructuring or more like putting a framework so their mind have proper direction.
So it's a framework.
Because now everything is just all over the place.
So
and
you're
what you need to do in that time is to give it meaning and structure.
Yes, you're giving it meaning.
And the more you are able to do that, the more you are able to find trust. Because what you are not doing will not be like, oh, it works. Oh, I'll come back to you again. So now they're coming back to you with
more information and all that,
emotions, decisions.
Because they know that you have created a space where for that every time they have an issue and they come to you, they know that this is not going to be a lecture.
You have to lecture less. Very important. In fact, no lecture again.
Don't lecture. It's not a time to now say you have to. So I'll give you a scenario. A child comes to her mom and she's talking about the thing that every mother is afraid of. She has started to like man.
Why are they afraid of it though?
Which is, again, healing.
They are going to like man. They are You should be worried if they don't like men at that point.
There was a particular mom who came and met me, and then this thing about embarrassing your children in public so that you look like a better parent, it has to stop. We have a culture of shame that because you hear it, shame. Why? What is going on?
Please, if you do that, just stop.
Just stop. Like, shame is it's not a discipline tool. It is a wound. And your child will never recover if they don't even have proper intervention in place. You did not recover from the shame. So you're going so a mother walks up to me and she goes, hey, your daughter has started to like man. Other parents are there. Your child is standing there. And the feeling you have is you want to show people that you are very invested in the training of your teenage child. I kept quiet. Not say anything for 5 minutes. And then I knelt down and I raised my hand to heaven. I was like, oh Lord, I thank you because we have a straight child. I told the mother, God bless you. You are raising a daughter who likes man. Perspective change. Immediately, you could hear the gears shift in the parent's head. And she goes, it's true. Then I go, madam, if your boss said something like this in front of your other colleagues, how would you feel? Because we seem to forget
Yeah.
that these children have emotion, and it's even worse because everything is multiplied. Their hormones are acting up. They're having feelings they cannot articulate. They can't really process what is going on with them. So you're asking a child what's wrong with you, and they're going, I don't know. It's not that they're being rude. It's the truth is they
actually
don't know.
Yeah.
They woke up happy 5 minutes ago, then something triggered. Maybe they saw world hunger and all of a sudden their hormones are all over the place. They're angry. Or somebody's dog died. They're angry. They're upset. It's a lot of emotions happening at once. So they're like a yo-yo clock. They're going from 0 to 1,000. Your job is to be the stabilizing effect,
Exactly.
but you regress. You now enter into full teen mode as the parent. So the parent is the thermostat, not the thermometer.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Yeah.
I would have been if we're doing spoken word now.
That's what the parent is. You regulate the emotions
Yeah, for them.
Yeah. Because they can't do it. And then you teach them
How to do it.
how
for
to
themselves.
regulate it. In building trust, your child has to know that you're not going to escalate every issue, or even worse, ignore it. Because there is one parent who is all over the place. Then there's the other parent that pretends like it's a phase, it will pass, and becomes silent, or worse, accepting of it, and or indulgent.
Wow.
So they're different, and it depends on
different
how.
extremes.
So the healing for you is important. So you have to understand
Which one are you and what you need to heal
and what
from.
you need to heal from.
Yeah.
So self-awareness for the parent of the teenager, because your teenagers will open the Pandora's box of everything.
All
that
those things that you buried, they
will bring it out. It will
come
come outside. You will see it.
So, and I need to just pause it to say that's why it is called healing.
It's a process.
You are going to always have processes.
It's a process.
There'll be a lot of things that you did not even know that was a problem.
Yeah.
To keep coming out in this season, your job is to keep making it healing. Keep healing.
Keep healing.
And keep parenting.
Yes.
But make sure that you heal and you parent.
There's a line I like to say all the time, which is, be the parent you needed when you were younger.
Better still, be the parents your children need now and not the version you needed.
Exactly. Be the version of that's good. Be the version of the parent your child needs. And every child needs a different parent.
That's very important.
Every child.
If you have more than one child,
needs a
they're not going to need you the same way. You have to be ready for that. So if
no
you have
child grows up with the same parent,
because every version of you is going to even keep
evolving as you give birth.
So
and grow.
you want to do that. So practical. If one say don't lecture more, so what should you do? Ask more questions.
Yes.
Instead
be curious.
Give them information.
Be curious.
Pause.
Ask them what they know. So stuff like, okay, on this matter, what do you think? Ask the question, what do you think? So that you know what they are thinking.
Going on? What are you feeling?
What are you feeling now? Okay, can you, if it was a song, so you have to be very creative. So when I talk with teenagers, I'm basically going, if today was a day of the week, what day of the week are you? And why? And they go, Monday. Everything is too much, scattered. Then they start to give language. Or if you were a color, what color would you be today? And because it gives them the minute to pause, get into reason. You're now creating critical reasoning in their head. And they go, blue. Why blue? And they go, because I feel a little dull. This, that, why are you dull? That way you're creating content. If your life was a storybook or a movie, or you're a character in a movie today, who would it be? Superman, or maybe vampire. I want to bite somebody.
Let me pause and just tell you now. If you use a movie or a music and they tell you one you don't know, take that as a bonding time. Go watch or listen to that music.
Yes.
Just say, okay, I don't know that one. Can we listen to it together?
Can we listen together? I know the sound, but I don't know the lyrics.
Yeah, go watch it. Go listen to it. So don't say I'll listen to it and get back to you.
No.
Do it with them.
It there.
You want to find shared activity. If it's a food, eat with them. So apart from using it as a conversation starter, you should also use it as a bonding and lifestyle thing. Find things that you guys do
Teaching
together.
moments.
Yeah.
Also.
So
Yeah.
go to the gym together, watch shows together. When
Have
you watch
dates.
the shows, yes, have dates.
Have
with
dates.
them.
Understand the interest of your teenagers, because another thing is you might be thinking that, okay, now we have said go to the show, have date, and you have a child that likes to read book and does not like to go
You
outside.
have to read book with them.
Say, okay, we're going on a library something.
You
Let's go
have
and
to
buy
do
a book.
something with them. You have to do. It's part of the bonding.
Yes.
And you have to be open to awkward conversations, unexpected, stop, pause in your step kind of conversation and question.
Your face.
Exactly.
You see your face, eh?
Exactly.
Your face is a template for whether they come back or they stay away.
Exactly.
So they tell you something, and like I said at the beginning, oh, I'm going to have sex this weekend. And in my head, I'm going, so the Nigerian in me is going, I'll kill you today. And then my face is going, oh, really? Why? And curiosity, your body language, your tone.
It has nothing to do with how you've trained them coming
No.
from now. It's just like we've explained earlier. Everything is just on overdrive for them now.
I just remembered something. Your teenagers are going to start a conversation with you at the worst possible times. And because, so timing is important with teenagers. So you have driven all the way from a distance. It is 5 minutes to your house and your next Zoom meeting. Your teenager is now going to pause and drop one life transforming or threatening information. And you're going to be going, he did not talk to me since. It's now that you want to talk to me. I have a meeting. No, you will.
That 5 minutes is enough.
See, you can do a lot in the 5 minutes and ask them what they need. Do you need me to talk about it with you, or you just need me to listen? What do you need me to do right now? Because most of the time, and you see mothers, A1, everything is not a preaching session. Everything is not the Bible says. Be spirit-led. You know when they're telling you, be quiet. Don't say anything. Everything about you wants to say anything, and there's don't say anything. Be
Calm
quiet.
down. Fathers, you also have to be present.
Fathers,
you can't shout or be silent
fathers have
for too long.
even a more their role is so important for both genders, male and female, because most of the teenagers go, oh, I don't even know what my father was doing in my entire teenage year. It's not because he wasn't there,
but he wasn't present.
He wasn't present in the ways that matter. They know that you are providing, but are you there to have the conversations, your experiences? They need both parents.
Very important.
They do. And if you're in a single household, you want to have a support system that
will be able to balance
everyone,
that for you.
Yes. Yeah. So that you don't feel like, oh, because either single by choice or single because, somebody is dead or not available anymore, that you are without help. It takes a village.
It really does take a village.
Yeah, it takes a village.
And you see, the teenagers want freedom, but they need a foundation for the freedom. And you need to be the one to provide the foundation. You can't smuggle them in, but you need to allow them to have the freedom. But you also need to learn how to handle big emotions. Because what do you do when they just shut down? How do you handle them when they just go, they're not talking, or they're becoming disrespectful in their tone, or it's as if you want to test my patience, Abi.
You are now grown, Abi, because you are taller than me now. No.
The Bible also says that a soft answer turns away
wrath. Yes, it does.
But the harsh word stirs up anger.
Yes, it
does. And it's vice versa.
Yes,
so
it does.
you can be you are the voice of reasoning. We said that before we said this. So don't just parent behavior. You have to shepherd their hearts.
The thing I think parents forget in this stage is that there's a wooing thing that goes on with your teenager. You start to woo them again.
Okay.
You start to, the way you're going to, I know woo is an old word,
It's good. You say
Yeah, but that's basically what you're doing. You're basically chasing after the heart of your teen. It's finding what interests them, getting them the spaces, giving them the information, not in a clingy, needy, desperate way. The way if somebody was asking you out and was calling you every five minutes, you would go, "What's the problem? Why? What's in there?" But in a way where you see something that interests them, go to where they are. You want your teenagers to talk to you and you know they're online all the time. Send a message. "Hi, what's up? Please, can you help me bring this thing?"
you need to go into their world first before you can bring them
Bring
into
them to
your
your
world.
world. And you
Not-
want them, it's
not
not,
the
the other way around.
around.
No. You meet them where they are. You parent the child that you
If you're a
have.
Christian, that's how salvation works. God came to earth.
Abi
He did
o.
not just say born again and come to heaven. So it's not like we're telling you something. No, sometimes I have to just throw that in quickly because sometimes when we're asking for these things to be said or done, because of the way you've been schooled for a long time, it's almost challenging to accept it. Like you guys are just saying things are not possible or that doesn't make sense. But this is actually the template that works.
Yeah.
This is actually the template that works. So you want to be able to shepherd the heart. So when those big emotions come, I'm using the word big emotions because, like I said, they are untrained, they are raw, they're just there.
Unfiltered.
So they just plot it out the way it came in their head. They are not trying to disrespect you.
So another thing, Ini, is why do you even think that your child wake up in the morning and just want to disrespect you?
Yeah.
As
Doesn't-
it doesn't make
make
any
sense.
sense to me that we just woke up today and the agenda is be disrespectful. No. So don't take it personally. Parents take a lot of things personally. Oh, he spoke to me anyhow. Rest. Why did he do that? There is a reason behind why he did that. And most of the time, I know parents will not really like this. Your attitude and character too was the platform for the disrespect
To
and
happen.
rudeness
Yeah.
to happen. So you want to check it.
You want to check it. Because you want to correct them in a way that you don't lose their trust. You want to guide them in a way that they are still safe. So you want to have the talk about being responsible, the talk about sex, the talk about relationship, talk about faith, talk about identity, and discipline them
Yeah.
in a way where they still feel safe with you. And those things happen when you use open-ended check-ins.
Yes.
Where you know what's on their mind is clear. What will happen when certain things happen are obvious. When you can be consistent in your approach to things, so they know that this is a working model that we can use, and you can be consistent not just
Fantastic.
with them, but they see the way you treat other people.
I was
So,
gonna say modeling is so key.
important that
Yes.
that's how you are.
Yes.
So you are living that way. You also need to learn how to apologize to them.
African parents left the WhatsApp group. They have gone away. They have run outside. Wow.
Let me take it one step further. You also need to learn how to receive correction from children.
And at this juncture, I think we should close the podcast because how with the child that I born, after all the blood that I shed for this child during childbirth, you are coming to correct me. Do you know how many years I have been on this planet? Parents
Newsflash. God wanted to destroy the entire people of Israel. Moses was like, how can you do that? You brought them out. What will the people say? And God changed his mind.
I saw a beautiful scripture today, now that you even say it, where these people had annoyed the life out of God. And then he's going, I'm going to kill these people, I'm going to destroy this, I will send this on this. And Amos asked a question to him, and it was just nestled in between a lot of shouting. And God considered what was said and decided not to do it. If you are not God like that,
Calm down.
rest.
They will see. So my head usually uses this analogy. Because you are the parent, you're in front and they are behind. So because they are behind, they can easily see the mistakes you are making from behind, or you can see it. So there will be opportunities for them to correct you. Take it gracefully. Say, oh, I made a mistake there. It doesn't demean you. It doesn't bring down your role.
No, it doesn't.
It increases the ability for them to see mutual respect.
And the openness in the conversation that you're going to have when you can take correction from your child is one of the easiest ways for you to build and foster trust that is sustainable over a lifetime.
Over a lifetime.
And it also models a lifetime skill for them, which is they're also able to constructively take feedback.
Yes, because is on that template you are able to create a place of safety where they know that you are not claiming perfection. What you are looking for is connection.
Exactly.
So when you also instill discipline, they know it's for a purpose.
Yeah.
And this is great being learned. I don't like it. And when you are disciplining them, you are there in the discipline.
Yeah.
You're present.
You're present in it.
Yeah.
You're present.
You're present in
You're present in this. So I have a very fluid class with teenagers where I come in the morning, depending on what the atmosphere and the vibe is. I'm reading the room. And you have to also be able to read the room with your teenagers. Yeah. You have to know when they're upbeat or what. Again, thermostat. You are the thermostat. So I walk into the room and sometimes I realize that what they need at that point is not the Belema who is playful. It's the one who is creating a line. And I'm going, this is going to hurt me as much as it's going to hurt you. Because I really don't like to do this. But it is necessary because this is happening and we need to address it. And then I lay the line. And then I also open the door to ask, how did it make you feel? Because this is how it made me feel. What are some of the things that you can do? Because they will teach you really how to parent them.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So modeling
you
is important.
pick clues for them.
Yeah.
Like we said before, each child has a different
template.
So you will need the child to give you a clue on what to do.
On what to do with them.
Yeah. So,
and it just makes it easier. Now, it's not saying that even after all these things, they will not still go and misbehave.
Misbehaving is part of failure.
They are growing.
And failure is part of growth.
Yes.
So you need to embrace it too.
But also there's that. That's where some parents get it wrong. So you have done all these things and then the child makes a mistake.
And you think you failed or you're
and
supposed
you
to
now
happen.
think you failed. You need to deal with that because that's not on the child.
Perfection
That's
is
on
not in
you.
the script.
No, it's progress.
Yeah, perfection is not in the script.
Continuous progress.
You think about it this way. Your kids are in a world where they are AI. So let me tell you why you need to be able to have this, because this one is basic parenting for teenagers. We've not even said anything really
this is
out of the ordinary.
No, this is normal.
This one is just the normal
your
conversation.
regular conversation.
We just wanted you to have that. This one is so regular that even the AI provides it.
Yeah.
Because the AI, you teach the AI how to connect with you. Then the AI connects with you based on
the information that you have given.
And you trust the AI now because it's doing a connection that you want and understand.
Exactly.
It's not telling you to connect the way he wants and understand. And because it's doing that, you are incentivized to learn more on how the AI works. So if you're not careful, you're going to have machines parent your children with a truckload of information from every other perspective from the world, apart from yours and that of God. So you want to build that model first in your home. So they could even tell you where they think things are deviating. Because the thing about correction that works best with children is that if they know why they are being corrected and they know they are safe in that correction, I'll give you an instance. You have a child who maybe calls you by, I saw this prank, then the child calls the mother by name and the mother starts whipping the child with the broom. So what's the behavior you want to be corrected? They shouldn't call you by name.
Why?
So why don't you want them to call you by name?
Is it not your
It
name?
makes you feel disrespect. No, it's okay for you to want to feel
It's
that
okay.
way.
No,
so you
but
need
the
to communicate
now.
it. So they'll ask you why. You calling me by name makes me feel disrespected.
Why do you feel
Why do you
disrespected?
feel disrespected? Because I parent you and I rather have you call me mom or dad.
Why?
You calling me my name is reserved for my husband. So I need you to respect my feelings and respect my emotions. Like I respect you. So I'm communicating this to you.
So
If you insist to call me by my name, this and this would happen. First of all, it means that you are choosing to willingly disrespect me. Secondly, it means you do not care about my emotions and what I regard. Third, it means that as a mutual family system, I value you and I value your emotions and you are not giving back. So you are not following the culture of our home. So I would have to withhold lunch money, withhold this from you.
Collect your charger.
Collect that. When you collect the charger and they're alone, don't say, go to your room and stay there and not talk to anybody and they are quiet.
No.
While inside the room, lie down. Create the time. Another person from what's going on. After a while, nobody can move for too long. They will talk,
You will rest.
laugh, play. Don't give them the phone back. Laugh, play, connect. Okay, read that book. I'll come and read the chapter 2. We'll talk about it later. Go. Maintain the correction.
Exactly.
But the discipline needs to be insisted so they understand the follow through of discipline.
And also,
which is
when it
very
comes
important.
to discipline, parents tend to create disciplinary measures for their teenagers without the input of the teenager.
Yeah.
So it comes off as controlling.
Yeah.
So have this thing about conversation and communication at this point in their life is the life blood
Of your
the
relationship.
relationship. So it's a meeting because you have very smart children. So you are now going, I will need you to call me mommy because I want you to value me. And then they go, okay, I need you to call me Wheezy Was Chan Chan too. Because you also have to honor and respect the name that I want to call myself.
Yeah, very important.
You know, so you want to
So
put that in.
you want to have all those things. So most of these things are things you want to sit back and check.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It can be sounding overwhelming if you're hearing it for the first time. I know that. That's why Belema is here. She'll run you through classes, therapy sessions. You can reach out to us for programs for kids, but it's possible to do. It's doable. It's actually easier to do this than do your alternative. It's easier. I tell you, it's easier.
It actually is.
It saves you stress,
And
reduces
time.
anxiety, keeps your blood pressure down. It
saves you money.
It's easier to do this. So you want to learn it. So if you feel overwhelmed and tired, let me just remind you, we're not called to raise perfect kids. We're called to raise anchored ones. The ones who know that whatever happens, you will still be there. Not in a way that incentivizes them to go and keep misbehaving, in a way that propels them to say, I'm too invested in this relationship. Like they love me and I love them too much to deviate like this. So it keeps me anchored because of their love. So even if they miss it, they are safe enough to come back. So you want to check in this week with your child, ask them questions. How have you been? If it's the first time, it will be awkward. Slow down.
They will
might
be
not even answer
suspicious of you.
So calm down.
So relax.
Try to do it for like 15 times. Maybe at the 15th time, they will start answering you. It will take you a while if it's the first time. And that's the honest truth. But ask them this week. Tell them that every Thursday, you like to have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
Go out on date. Just like I said, don't let your personal preference be what will make you set the template. Let what they prefer help you set the template. And you have to do it as a team. Father, mother. Don't leave the parenting of your teenagers to one person. It's not going to be nice. They are going to have a deficiency as they are growing up, and you want to be able to close that. More importantly, if you're a Christian, you have the Holy Spirit. If you're not a Christian, it's a good time to go and find the Holy Spirit because you can't parent a teenager without the help of God. I assure you, you might try all the tactics, but you're going to need the help of God to parent a teenager right. So it's really a great time to say, okay,
maybe I should give this God thing a try.
This is all the basic method we've told you. And if you did all this basic method, I assure you something is still not working well. So now you know that extra parts, which we're not going to go so deep into, but you want to give God a try. The Holy Spirit is going to give you so many amazing steps and blueprints.
Creative ways to connect with your teens,
to correct. And the Holy Spirit will also teach them.
Yes.
guide them,
Yeah.
prompt them.
And help you heal.
So it's a complete package. So I don't know what to do with you. I haven't given you all the information.
With this
But
things,
yeah,
what they call it, with this few points of mind.
take this, create a schedule, create a calendar.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you want the working system, reach out to Belema, reach out to me, or reach out to her. But you're going to have tools you can use to work with them, tools you can help them gravitate to. If you're a young parent and you need a complete plan, reach out to me. We can create one for you because it starts from before they were born.
Yeah.
You would have heard a few of these from previous episode.
Yeah.
But it was glad to have you around. Thank you, Belema, for doing this.
Anytime.
See you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Teaching love the kingdom